What is up, my friends? So today we are going to continue working on the my new business website. Now, uh, I'm just gonna be real honest with you for a minute. So this week it was very difficult for me to find some time to record this, let alone edit it. I'm editing it right now on Saturday before it goes out, and I was just able to record most of it last night. It's just been a killer week at work this week. I've been beat, man, totally beat. But anyways, you guys have been commenting and asking questions all week this week, and you've been subscribing and you've been liking videos, and honestly that means a lot to me. That made me really want to jump on here and just try and record something and do my best to get something out for you guys. So make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because you guys are really the reasons why I continue creating this video, and well, in all of these videos really. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy today's video. I'm sorry if it's a little off, a little different than normal, but I try my best to get this out and get it ready for you guys. So anyways, I think next week's gonna be much better. Now that I'm back in town, I've had time to catch up on work. Next week will be better, I promise. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and I've just got the server running right here on localhost port 4000. I'll show you right there is my code. And I'm just going to open this project up in Atom real quick. Alright, so right here is the project we are working on. And I'm going to go ahead and open that design as well. Alright, let's get this open and let's take a look at this. Alright, this is what we got going right here. So we're going to start adding just all of this HTML. And I know we've got the light and the dark version here, and we have what those colors are. But this is we're gonna add the second dark version towards the end of the series, because we're gonna develop this in such a way that hopefully all we have to do is just change the CSS variables and get that going. So right now we're gonna work on getting this navigation out there, even though there isn't really like a nav function. I'm gonna put this in a navigation because in the future we may want to add like a hamburger menu or something like that. And then all of this right here, I'm gonna consider the header. And then we're gonna have section 1, section 2, section 3, and then a footer. So that's essentially how that is gonna go. So let's just let's come over here and just jump in and start coding something up. So let's see, we want did I even create an index file? Yes, index right here. Let's go ahead and I just want to double check the layout. Okay, so this is going right inside of the body. So we can just start off with the header then. So we're gonna write header, header. All right, so let's see what we got to put in this header. So we have 3 items right here. We have just a piece of text, an HR, and just an image. Well, it will be a video, but we'll figure that out in a little bit. Let's just get this in there. I'm gonna call that like an H. Let's call that an H1. So we're gonna say H1. Whoops. Paste this in. H1. Span. No, not span. What am I doing? It's HR. And then this is gonna be. I guess we can start with a div would make the most sense here. And in here, I'm going to set this as like the background image of the div. And then we can have a button over it. I don't know. We'll figure that out probably in just a little bit. I just want to get this styled. So right now we'll just, give it just a color, probably like black or something like that. All right, so let's just see, we got this going on. All right, so first things first, our body needs to have this color right here, F5, F5, F7. So let's go, where is my sass? Styles, body, background. We're gonna give this the background of light 1, and that should work. There we go, perfect. What else we need to do in here? I'm actually gonna switch this to view this in like a mobile, just because that's kind of what we're, you know, developing for right this moment. So that's good. Okay, let's start styling this some. So we want to give our header some padding of, what is that, 10 pixels left and right. Code, we're gonna do h1 inside of our header. So let's do this on layouts. Yeah, we'll just do this on layouts. New file, let's call this main.sass. Or no, we'll call this default.sass on our layouts, and then we'll just import that here. So at import default, just like that, and that should be sufficient. And let's grab our header. Let's give it, not margin, let's give it padding of 0 on the top and bottom, and then 10 pixels on the left and right. And let's see how that treats us. All right, cool. That is good. Let's see, we need some space up here. And this is going to be, so this header is going to be positioned relative, and the nav bar is going to be positioned absolute. So we need to add all this much padding here, and there's 81 pixels of padding up at the top that we need. So, well, let's currently just see what we got going on here. Okay, so that H1 already has padding, so we want to remove the padding from the H1, and then we want to add padding to the header. So H1 in here, we want to say padding 0, but up here we're going to want 81 pixels on the top, 0 on the, well, 10 on the right, 0 on the bottom, and then 10 on the left, and then that should fix that for us. Oh, that's margin, my bad. Margin set to 0. Cool. Now, there we go. That's working. Let's see. We need to style the horizontal rule, which looks like it's 15 pixels beneath this bit of text right here, and the width is 75%. Well, 75 pixels, not 75%. And that is the color. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab HR. We're going to say width of 75 pixels. So the padding on this, we're going to do 0, 0, 15 pixels, and 0. We're actually going to, let's just make this 1 rem. And that should be, whoops. That should be good there. But we don't want this to be over here. We want this to be floating all the way on the left. So let's go ahead and change this to, let's see if this will work for us. Well, what I could do is we know we're going to want to position this relative, and we could do a display flex of flex direction. Let's just go column, justify content, space around, space between. Let's go space between, and align items, flex start. Let's switch this to row and see if that works. No. Okay. Column, and then maybe this needs to be flex start. No, still not. Why is this giving me this weird style? Oh, its margin is set to auto. Wow, okay. I'm gonna remove this bit for right this second. Let's go margin 0. There we go. That was special. So we're gonna want to give this an outline of none. I think that's what we need, or is that the border? I think it's the border. There we go. All right, so now let's give it a height of 1 pixel and a background of, let's see what our variables are. We want that color right there, so it is our dark 1. Come back here, dark 1. Now that's looking better. All right, cool. We got that done. Now we need to go ahead and we need to start styling the size of this. So this is sitting 25 pixels beneath the HR, and let's go ahead and get that styled. Okay. Let's give it a class of hero video. Go width 100%, and then a height. For this moment, we're just going to go with that. We'll do this for the width for right now, actually. Pixels, let's go. Background, we'll just set to dark 1 for right this second. Let's take a look at that. So that's sitting right there. So we need to add, let's not add anything to this. Let's add it to the video. So let's go margin. It's going to be 25 pixels, 0. And then we can do that. Should be good. All right, so we got that sitting where we want. We need to add some shadow to that. So it's 4 and 8. Shadow 0, 4 pixels. 8 pixels. Let's do RGBA 0, 0, 0, and then let's see what I got this set at. 16. There we go. We got a little bit of shadow right there. I think that looks pretty good. And that's pretty much everything we need for that section right there of header. So let's go ahead and get our nav in there. So we're going to create a new, let's create an include. This is going to be called nav.html. And let's see, in here we're going to add nav, just like that. And what do we need? Right now we only need the logo. So let's do a div with the, let's just do a class of nav logo wrapper, and then we're going to get the SVG and we're going to put it inside of here. But let's include this nav.html in our index. So right here in our header, we're going to include nav.html. And let's just make sure this is all working. Make sure we see it in here. Header, nav. All right, nav logo wrapper right there. All right, cool. So that is showing up. Let's go ahead and set the size for that for a moment. It's going to be 40. Well, let's do 44 pixels in width and 25 in height. So that's simple enough. Although, let's add a module in the Sass. This is going to be just nav.sass, and then let's import that. Nav, close some of this extra stuff out. We don't need. All right, nav.sass. So let's do nav, and then we're going to say inside of here our nav logo wrapper. We're going to give a height of 25 pixels and a width of 44, I believe. And for right this second, let's just give it a background of pink just so we can see it. There it is. All right, so this needs to be positioned absolute. Why is it all the way down there? Is it just because I haven't said? Okay. Let's see. If I make this top 0. There we go. All right. That is good. Let's see how much space we need in here, though. This is 8 pixels off of the top. So we're just going to simply, let's figure out exactly how much height we need. Okay, so we need this to be 41 pixels tall. So nav is going to be a height of 41 pixels and a width of 100%. Whoops, let's bring this back. All right, and let's do, we'll just go left 0 and right 0, and let's do a display of flex and flex direction, row, justify content center, align items center, wrap. That can be no wrap. Actually, I don't even think we need that at all. Let's just go back. All right, there we go. We got that centered, so that's looking pretty accurate. Let's see if we can go ahead and get that SVG. I don't think I have that exported. Let me check my assets real quick. Images. No, we don't. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's export this. I need SVG. Put on my desktop so I can pull it in, because we want to use the code from this. All right. And nav HTML. I want to put this right in here. Okay, so that's good. We can set this for our height just so it's exactly perfect. Says. All right. Save that. Let's see how it's looking. Perfect. Let's get rid of the pink. on the sass. All right. Let's see if we can kind of consolidate any of this. We're gonna want to change. It would be the path. Yeah, that should be 4 paths, and then is this setting a fill? Let's see if we can change that fill real quick. So we're gonna go SVG path and then fill. Let's see if that'll give us, let's go fill pink. Oh, perfect. All right, cool. So let's set this right now to dark 1, and that should be it. Perfect. So that's working well. Obviously it's not for desktop yet. We're going to work on that also, probably one of the last things that we do. But we've got the logo. And you know what? Actually, I want that to be an anchor tag. I don't want that to be a div. What am I thinking? Anchor. And then we'll set this to an anchor. And then we can give this an href of, I would just go site.base URL. And then that should just bring us to, if you click on it, it's just always going to bring you right back to the home page essentially. And that's exactly what I want. All right, let's go ahead and double check our color on this. Yes, that is 0F0F12. I think that's our dark 1, right? 0F0F12. Yes, dark 1. Okay. Now, well, I think we can go ahead and in here, let's give all of our text right now the same color. So we want H1, H2, H3. This is going to take a second to just type in. Whoops. Paragraph. And we'll just start with those for right now. And we're just going to give those all a color of dark 1. And then this should, if I refresh, this should now be the color we just set. Yes, correct. Okay. Alrighty, so that's looking pretty good. That's exactly what we wanted for this little section. Obviously barring the actual icon in here and the ability to play the video as soon as you click it, but that we will add in a little bit, not right yet. I think I want to use, I may have mentioned this already in the series, I want to use my Lightbox JavaScript. So I've built like a JavaScript Lightbox, and I want to implement that here. I think that'd be pretty neat to just click it and have it play from there. Same with each of these. That way you can stay on the website. I can use something else that I've built and pull it in here and kind of showcase it. And I think that would be pretty fun. So let's go ahead and get working on this section. So let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay, so it's 60 pixels between each of these. So I'm gonna cut that in half and make it 30 pixels on the top and 30 pixels on the bottom. That way when we add that to each one of these sections, it's going to amount to the 60 pixels. So first we need to add the 30 pixels to the bottom of our header. So let's go to default and header. We're gonna say padding. Here we want 30. Well, actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna do that to the margin. Right? Yeah, margin 0, 0, 0, 0, and this one's gonna be 30. Right? Top right, bottom left. Yep. There you go. There's the extra height. All right. So let's see. We want to add a section, and this is going to be called popular videos. And I think, let's see, this is 25 pixels and this is 20 pixels. So we will go ahead and make this like a, let's just make it an H3, I think. And we also do have to customize the size of that. I haven't done that just yet. So let's do what is 25 divided by 16. So that's the height, well, the rem size that it needs to be. H1 font size 1. No, this. That should work. And then I'm limiting the width, I believe. Yeah, let's just limit the width to 325. Yeah, that's what I did. Max width 325. There we go. Now that's looking good. Got the right sizing there. Let's see. All right. Let's get the next section on here. So we're going to call this section. And then in here, we're going to have an H3. H3. And what's the title? Our title is Popular Videos. And then underneath that, we're going to need a div for a wrapper. So we're going to give this class of popular video wrapper, just like that. And then in here, we are going to have 6 different videos. So let's go ahead. Let's do div. I think we can use a div for now. That should be fine. We can always change this in the future as well. Div, div, div. Just like that. All right. So the first thing we need to go ahead and do is we need to finish setting up our section styles. So let's go section. And this is going to have, let's see, it's going to have a margin of 30 pixels on the top and bottom. And then 10 pixels on the left and right. Am I doing this how I want this to be up here? Set that to margin. This to, why don't I just consolidate all of this into margin? I don't see why I can't do that. And then just like that, right? Oh, no, that's why. Okay. So for this, let's just set that all to padding then. There. Okay, cool. All right, and then all these sections are just going to be like this. So we can do text align center. There we go. We have an H3 in here. And let's do font size. What's the font size? 20, I believe it was. So 20 divided by 16 is 1.25. Let me just double check that font size. Yep, 20. Rem. All right, cool. Just bumped it up a little bit. All right, now we've got this section right here with each of these. And this sits 20 pixels beneath that. So we're going to do, let's grab the class. And margin is just going to be 20 pixels on the top, 0, 0, 0. And let's do background pink, but we need to give this a height for a moment. Let's just give it a height of 500 pixels and a width of 100%. All right, there, it's sitting right there. So we've got multiple divs in here, and we need to give this, we're going to give each one of these classes. whoops, what I do? Class, let's do popular video. Okay, so let's set the styles for each of the popular videos. It's gonna have a background for now of just dark 1. Let's take a look. Oh, right, gotta set the width and the height, obviously. All right, so we're gonna do this at 175 width. And the height is this right here. All right, so we got those lined up. Let's go ahead and set the wrapper to display flex, justify content. Well, let's set the flex direction. Flex direction, row, justify content, space between, align items, center. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, and we want to wrap, flex, wrap, wrap. Alrighty, there we go. So we should be able to, let's see what the height needs to be here. What is the height of this? The height is right there. So now that should be sized well. Cool. And we can remove that pink in the background. And then we want to give each one of these videos that same box shadow that we've got on the hero. Let's just put that right there. And let's come back and view. There we go. All right, so we have the header up here, the nav is in here, and then we have this popular videos section. So now we could work on adding another section. So we have this about me section, a series section, and then the footer. So let's go ahead and just try and get these in real quick, and then I think that'll about wrap this video up for today. I don't want to make this too long, so let's just keep them moving. So we're going to say section. And in here, we're going to need a div with a class of about wrapper. Doing a terrible job at writing today. I'm so exhausted. And in here, we just have an image and we have paragraph text. Okay, and none of these are buttons or links to anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and add. This is just going to be a div with a background image, and then this is going to be paragraph text. So I'm going to have div, a class of avatar, and then I'm going to give it my name of Zachary R. Newton. So I'm gonna do, hold on, let me just do this real quick. Paragraph. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this avatar a style, and then I'm gonna set the background image using this class right here. That way I can reuse this in the future, because I have a feeling I might want to reuse that in the future, just not yet. So let's go ahead and let's start styling this. Let's just take a look at this. All right, there's that text. I actually don't want to set text align center on the section. I want to set that on this H3, and then that should, there we go. Okay. All right, let's set this. And is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this can have a background, and this should be light too, I believe. Let's go ahead and give it a, well, first let's give it its height. So its height is 183 pixels. It's a section with about wrapper. Let's go height. And then background, let's try light 2. And let's just see if this is working. Okay, so we need to set, that's right, because the section has the padding and or margins set there. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this. So this is using the margin, and if it were using the padding, which I believe it could, I don't see why not. If it was using the padding, then that would extend if I set the background color to that section. I don't know. Let's try. Let's add a class of about section. Okay, let's do this. About section. So section, about section. And I'm going to say background of this. No, okay, that didn't work. But if I changed this margin to padding, that should... Okay, so it worked down here, but then it screwed this up. And why did it... Okay, what if I set... Let's go... box sizing border box. That should fix that, I think. No? Let's do content box. Still no. Okay. I'll put this back. And let's do, for this specific section, there's probably a better way to do this right now, but I'm really tired. I just want to do this. Let's see if that works. All right, all of our styles are back, and that is working. Okay, so I'm gonna remove that. Except, see, now that's the problem. I don't want... Okay, so this needs to be 0, and then here we need to do the margin needs to be 30. Okay, so that should fix this, because this shouldn't be that tall. There we go, right? Let's see. Did we fix that? This is the section, okay. But this section, the margin's pushing that section down. Okay, but then on this section here, the margin's not pushing it down the extra distance. Why is this so stupid? Alright, let's go back. I wonder if we can use this using box shadow. How could I do this? %, 00 pink. Let's just see. Okay, well that's showing up there. What about... Oh. Oh, well that could work. So this only needs to be... let's just... Well, will 10 pixels work? Yeah, because that's exactly... Alright, cool. So now the question is... Well, first let's change this to the same color. And then now can I add a... Whoops. Let's see. Can I add a second one to this? I think I can. Perfect. Okay, there we go. I still think this is too tall though. Yeah, because I've still got the section. I've got padding and I have margin set. So if I remove that, will this fix it? That fixed part of it. Margin 30 top. Well, here, let's add this all in. So this should... See, that's not... It's not pushing it down on the next one. Why is it not? That is so bizarre. Let me just make sure I'm not getting any errors. Nope. I don't recall having this issue up here, but here it's padding pushing it down, and then here it's margin. Well, no, does this need to be padding? Okay, padding's working there, and then this is not working here though. Well, I mean, it's pushing it down, but I don't want that to have the color. Okay, so what if I took this off of here, and we don't need this. What if I put it here, and then added this to here? Now let's see if this works. Why do I feel like that's too much space? Is it too much space? No, that's perfect, right? Minus that, what is that, margin. Okay, so let's take the paragraph, margin 0, right? Now this should be lining up perfectly. Yes, there we go. Okay, that was so bizarre, but that fixed it, and that's responsive now as well. All right, let's go ahead and look at the design and make sure we got the size limited to 355 pixels in width. About section wrapper. Let's try max width of that. Now what happens when I make this expand? Did I even save that? Okay, it's over there now. All right, so here we would need margin auto. Let's just try and fix this one section real quick. I really want to get this nice. Okay, so if I was to say 100% is not going to work here, is it? No. I could do 100 viewport widths. But is that going to... No, okay, I can't. 1000 pixels. No, that pushes it all the way over there. No, okay, well, I'll have to look into that one. Man, you take a break from coding for a week and you just forget everything. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get that image positioned and styled. So we've got a div with, I think it's avatar. And we're going to do width of 75 pixels, height of 75 pixels. Let's do a background of dark 1. All right. Now we can do border radius. Let's set it to 100%. Perfect circle. All right. So up here, we want to set this to a display of flex. And this is just going to be flex. Oops. Direction. Row. Flex. No. Wow. Justify content space between. Okay. We don't want the avatar to shrink, so flex shrink 0. All right, and then how much space do we need between them? I think it's 10. Yep, 10 pixels. I'm gonna set that on the margin. 10 pixels. And space between, and let's do align items center. Come on. Center. All right. That's looking pretty good. That's good. Nice in the center there. That's fine. All right. So that's looking about exactly how we have it. And let's look at the design now. All right, so now the next things that we would have is this series section and the footer, but this is going to take a little bit of time just because we got the card, not very long, but I want to start working on, adding in the rest of these styles just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and let's set this to the right font size and weight. So this is going to be 14 divided by 16. Font size, rem. Okay. That's good. And let's change the font weight. It looks like it needs to be just slightly smaller. Let's see if 300 will work. Thinner. Okay. A little too thin. Let's go to 400. All right, that's cool. Let's check the letter spacing and line height. So that's the line height right there. So we just do 21 divided by 16, and this is our line height. Line height. Rim. There we go. All right, cool. So let's go ahead now, and I want to get this avatar image in there. Let's just, is it easier to export it from here? Probably. Well, actually, what? No, I think I have. Let's see. I have a few images. All right, that should work. So I'm gonna, whoops. Let's close these for a minute so we can put this in the folder. Folder. All right. I'm just gonna say avatars in the event that I add more. Let's go. And then I'll definitely shrink that size in the future, just not yet. All right, so back in the code, let's see, avatar. We're gonna say, background image is going to be, let's see, from the CSS, we're gonna go back. We're gonna images. We're gonna go to avatar. Or is it avatar or avatars? I can't remember. Avatars. All right. And then let's set the rest of the background styles on this one. So it's going to be size, cover, position, center, and then repeat is going to be no repeat. That should work. Let's go back and load this, and that's not working. What did I do wrong here? Background size, position, repeat, no repeat, image. All right, so we're in here. We go back one, we go to avatars, we go to this right there, and that should load. Oh, wait. And that's why I hate auto population when you're coding sometimes. It's a pain in the butt whenever it puts the stupid wrong item in. It's annoying. Okay, so that's good. The only other things we would need to do really is begin. Where'd my design file go? We would need to begin adding in all of these different images, but we don't have to do that just yet. We can wait on that. Because I want to import the, I want to import my Lightbox in the future, and then I want to use JavaScript, I think, to go ahead and just automatically pull in these thumbnails, because whenever you upload a video to YouTube and you publish it, and you have your thumbnail set, each video has like an assortment of multiple different thumbnail sizes that you can go ahead and you can click on and, well, not click on, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So whenever you upload a video, it has different thumbnail sizes that you can use by using a certain link for that video. That's complicated. Well, not really. Anyways, I'll show you that in the future. I think I'm just going to go wrap this one up right here. It has been a very, very long week this week, and I am so exhausted. So Instead of making this video any more painful right now and just trying to finish a bunch of this other stuff, we're just gonna cut this off for right now, and we'll pick this back up next week, and hopefully next week won't be so crazy, so I can spend more time creating this video and not struggling through creating this video. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys learned a little something here at least, and I will catch y'all in the next one.